Hello YouTube, this is Trinit here with the deck I was talking about earlier in the previous dual puzzle video, Stoic Frogs. I'll get right into the deck list and then go over the card choices and some of the deck's plays when I'm done. You starts off with 3 Dupe Frog, then 3 Swap Frog, 2 Ronintoadin, 3 Nimble Anglers, 3 Nimble Mantas, 3 Nimble Sunfish, 3 Tidals, 3 Moulinglacia. Then into the spells we have Terraforming, 3 Lemurias, Heavy Storm, Foolish Burial, Monster Reborn, Pot of Avarice, 2 Stoic Challenge, and Mystical Space Typhoon. Then in the traps we just have 3 Bringers, a Compulsory Evacuation device, and 2 Torrential Tributes. The side deck isn't very well refined at all. It has 3 Wicked Avatars, Dark Hole, 2 Last Day of Witch, 2 Mystical Space Typhoons, 2 DNA Surgery, 3 Royal Decree, because trap decks are actually rather scary. While I don't think they're especially competitive decks right now, this is mostly a locals fun deck for the moment, and people there still play stuff like Fire Fists and whatever other decks that play a lot of traps. And then 2 Vanity's Emptiness. Moving on to the extra deck, we have 2 Dagosta Phoenix, 2 Gachi Gachis, a Gaia Dragon, a Gauntlet Launcher, Herald of Pure Light, Laval Chain, 2 Abyssgaios, which could probably just be 1 Abyssgaios, 1 Biga. I haven't really updated the extra deck on the Dueling Network list in a while. 1 Volcasaurus, 1 Dark Mist, 1 Strike Bouncer, 1 Shining Elf, and 1 Tyrus. One of the notable things about this deck is just how many ways it has to kill your opponent. Like between Stoic Challenge and Lemuria and even Bubblebringer being able to field a bunch of Dagosta Phoenixes, there's a lot of plays the deck has that just put 8,000 on board, especially with the ease of access the deck has to Volca-Gaia, where you can go Swap Frog, pitch Nimble Angler, summon Nimble Manta and Nimble Sunfish, play your Lemuria, make them all 5s, exceed your Manta and Sunfish into Volcasaurus, pop their monster, bounce your Swap Frog, summon your Swap Frog again, and then summon a Ronintoadin. From there you make Dagosta Phoenix with your Swap Frog and Ronintoadin, and because the Dagosta Phoenix lets any wind monster attack twice, you make your Gaia Dragon attack twice. So you deal your Volcasaurus damage, you attack twice with Gaia Dragon, and you deal 15 by attacking with Dagosta Phoenix, plus whatever Moulinglacias or Tidals you're able to summon as well. Tidal was a very nice addition this deck got when Tachyon Galaxy came out. You can pitch Tidal in any card, and you get to send Nimble Angler to the graveyard, and Nimble Angler's effect will trigger summoning more Sunfishes or Mantas, which both loads your grave for Moulinglacia, and also makes your Lemurias live and sets up Stoic Challenge plays by just letting you make more Gachis or Dagosta Phoenixes. Stoic Challenge is an interesting card that came out in Number Hunters for this deck. I'm sure most of you don't know what it does, so I'll open this here and read it. You can only control 1 Stoic Challenge. You can equip it to a face-up XYZ monster that has an XYZ material. It gains 600 attack for each XYZ material attached to a monster you control, and any battle damage your opponent takes from battles involving it and their monster is doubled, but its effects cannot be activated. During your opponent's end phase, send this card to the graveyard. When this card leaves the field, destroy the equipped monster. Playing an equipped card is part of the reason why the deck is so weak to traps, and MST is sadly included as a trap, as embarrassing as that is, because when you can just MST the Stoic Challenge and it kills the guy too. But Stoic Challenge is extremely good for this deck. When it says it gains 600 attack for each XYZ material attached to a monster you control, that's for each XYZ material attached to each of the monsters you control. So if you control, let's say 2 Gachis and a Dagosta Phoenix, it gains 200 for each material the Gachis have, and 600 for each material the Gachis have, and then 600 for each material the Dagosta Phoenix has. So it gains 12, 24, 30, 3,000 attack on your Dagosta Phoenix, who can attack twice, and if it's attacking over a monster, it deals double damage. And the double damage adds up really fast, especially when you do something like summon a Gaia Dragon and attack over a Dracosac token. There have been a few games where my opponent's gone turn 1 Dracosac, and then I just went Volcasaurus, pop a nothing, summon Gaia Dragon, equip it with Stoic Challenge, and then attack for game over their token. Because it's a trample damage and then plus extra attack equals 8,000 sometimes. From there, there's not that much really to explain. Really, you just have to play the deck yourself to really get a feel for all the different combos the deck has. There's a lot of them. Bubblebringer is an especially interesting card. It's another card most of you might not know what it does, but it's cool in that it both stalls your opponent, and it also helps contribute to your aggressive plays. which is something very rare in cards, being able to switch modes immediately. Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with this deck. I've been playing it since before Tachyon came out, actually, and it's just been slowly getting better since then. But yeah, again, the World stream is going to be Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time and 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be hosting a restream on my Twitch channel with a bunch of Duelist Grounds people and trying to provide English commentary, much like I did last year.